Hello, everybody. Good evening, beautiful people, and welcome to another amazing time to have to share this stage together. Hi, so how you doing? How are you? How is life? How is business? How is family? How was your week? How is the weekend coming up? Do you have any sign of what the weekend is going to be looking like? Um, is Friday giving you a hint on what it will look like? All right, so share with us in the chats and feel free to use the chat button to talk to us. And so just the way YouTube is designed.
All right, so share with us in the
Unfortunately,
chat.
you may not be able to speak back to me verbally. So the way you get back to me is using the chat section, right? So use the chat section and talk to us, talk to me, talk to Beryl. Beryl is going to be in the chat to answer all your questions or your queries and basically to just help around everything. Hello, Catherine. How you doing? So you're the first person that said something. Thank you so much for joining, and we're super excited that you came. All right, Catherine, I hope your week was fine. I hope your day is good. And like I mentioned earlier, Beryl is in the chat. So Beryl is going to be there to answer to all your questions, queries, and everything. Okay? So do want to say hi to Beryl. Ask her how Nairobi, Kenya is. So I'm joining you from Abuja, Nigeria. And it's been a good day here. It's been sunny. Hello, Marina. How you doing? So it's been a good day here, and we've not had so much trouble. Yeah, of late, and we thank God for that. All right, so yeah, and so tell us where you're joining us from. Tell us how you're doing, how you're faring, how business is, the name of your business, and basically just everything you love us to know. Hello, Priscilla. Hi. Hi, I hope Ghana is good. So I spoke with somebody from Ghana earlier this evening. Yeah, he's doing a building project. Yeah, and he said a lot about a lot of things. So I know Ghana is doing good. I know, like, and from what he said, even though I know the economy is dangling like every other country is, but I'm sure Ghana is doing good, at least to the best of my knowledge. So, and I hope you guys are good. So this is a conglomerate of three countries for now, at least for now. It's Nigeria, Ghana, and now we have Nairobi, Kenya. Kenya. So everybody joining us so far, all Ghanaians. And please, I want you to do a little stuff for me before you start asking me to do stuff for you. Okay, so I want you to hit on that share button, right? Then copy that link and then invite someone to come join us. Everyone that's supposed to be here, please invite them to come join us and hit on the share, hit on the thumbs up, okay? And then hit on the subscribe button if you have not done that before. And turn on that notification bell so that you can always come get us when we have ideas and top tips like this to share. Okay, so yeah, my name is Udeme. I'm going to be your trainer for this evening. I'm a trainer with Impact Her, and it's going to be a great time to learn how to use marketing tools and social media to grow your business online. Hello, Rachel. How are you doing? And Priscilla, I hope you're well. Okay, so we are going to be discussing this use marketing tools and social media to grow your business online, and it's going to be a very, 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 very super interesting time, right? So I want you to keep me engaged. Beryl is in the chat, like I mentioned earlier. Keep Beryl engaged. Beryl will be super happy if you keep her engaged. To ask her questions, chat with her, drop questions for me. I'll be taking a couple of breaks to answer to your questions, your queries, and everything you may want to know, right? So if you have questions from the last session, please ask us. If you have questions from the session that is to come, please ask us. If you have questions from what you've learned from somewhere, I feel like asking me, please go ahead, right? That's why we're here, right? So I'm going to be doing this in the next couple of minutes, and I promise you it's going to be a great time. But one thing you have to help me is to keep me busy in the chats, okay? Keep your comms coming, keep your chats coming, keep your replies. I'm going to be asking you a couple of questions, so I would love you to reply whenever I ask, and then I want you to ask me questions. I want to also answer your questions as well. All right, so thank you so much, everybody. Rachel, thank you so much for joining us. Sandra, thank you for joining us. Ayanda, thank you for joining us. Please do what the rest have done. Please hit on the thumbs up. Number one, let me hit mine. YouTube has redesigned it so it looks like something very beautiful. You see the way the things splash. So hit on the thumbs up first, right? And then hit on the subscribe. And then click on the share button. This is the most important. Please click on the share button and invite someone to come join us here, okay? And then you can always take a screenshot of what you're going to be sharing here and keep for your personal use or share on your social media handles, and tag Digital Skills for Africa, tag Impactor, and tag the Wise Network. Thank you so much, the Wise Network, and this is a big shout out to Wise Network for making this event to happen. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you for making this happen. For everybody that is coming here to learn, and like we mentioned, there is so much to learn, so don't miss out on any of them. I think this is the second session, right? So this is second. It should be the second of the 8. 2/8. So there's a lot more to learn. There's a lot more to learn. So try not to miss any of the days. Try not to. Okay, because every day has its own loads of information and basic details that you need to grow your business, to grow your brand, and grow your network online. All right, so we are going to be doing this in 3 different segments. Now, in the first part, we're going to speak about the benefits that are brought to you, to your business, through Google Business Profile, right? And then we'll gist about the various steps you can take to set up the Google Business Profile and basically to optimize it. And then we'll head over to the second part where we'll get to plan your digital marketing strategy, which is very, very key. And then we'll head over to the last part where we'll get to learn how to leverage social media channels and email marketing. Okay, so this is more like a reminder for those of you who must have forgotten, or maybe have applied before and you still need to apply again. For those of you that own a small business, big business, you want it to grow, you want it to scale, right? So this is an opportunity for you. Google is offering you on a platter of gold. So reach out on g.co/hustle academy and apply to join the bootcamp. Apply to join the bootcamp, right? So don't miss out. And if you've done it before, please go ahead and do it again. Maybe you're going to be called for the next cohort. If you miss, they finish a cohort every week, right? So you have the opportunity to learn how to plan your business growth, sales, marketing to financing, learn how to get finances for your business. From financing, you also learn how to pitch, and then they match you to a mentor to get every other information you may need. So it's important if you own a business and you love that business and you want it to grow. So take advantage of this. It's all free. Okay? So Google just wants you to grow. That's all they want. Okay? All right. So I'm going to be asking you my first question. And please, if you have questions, don't hesitate. Drop it in the chat. We'll be happy to answer to all your questions or your queries happily. We'll do it happily. Okay. So I'm going back to the chat to welcome the guys that just joined us. And please hit the share button and invite someone that's supposed to be here. But meanwhile, which marketing tools do you currently use? To share with us which of the marketing tools you currently use. Yeah. Susanna, Ayanda, Sandra, Rachel, Priscilla, Marina, Catherine. Thank you so much for joining us, and please let us know which marketing tools you currently use. Okay, which one do you use? Which one do you know? Do you use social media? Do you use word of mouth? People still are you still dependent on word of mouth before you get things done, or are you just all out for social media? Or do you run ads on Google? Or what do you do basically? What do you do basically to help your business grow and improve? How do you market? How do you sell? Do you print flyers? Do you go to the radio? Word of mouth. Thank you, Rachel. Do you go to the radio? Do you go to the television? Do you have the much funds for television outreach? Do you print billboards? Do you print billboards? What else now? What have I not mentioned? Do you call people on the phone, over the phone? Cold calling. So what do you do? Tell us in the chat. Thank you so much, Rachel, for that beautiful response. Okay, so which of the marketing tools do you use? Do you have a presence on Google? Do you have a Google business profile? Yeah. So share with us in the chat which of them you use. So Priscilla said Google, Instagram, TikTok, social media, basically. Oh wow. So that you're almost everywhere now. If you're on Google, you're on Instagram and TikTok. Then you're almost everywhere. Thank you so much for sharing, Priscilla. One-on-one, yes, one-on-one is quite powerful. Yes, that's like the word of mouth, referrals. It's very powerful. It's one of the most powerful means of marketing because the person that is telling you must have influenced you with the authority they have over you. And that's how much result it drives to that brand. referrals are very powerful. Thank you so much for sharing, Rachel. Who else is saying something? And thank you so much to those of you that are going to be keeping me engaged and keeping Beryl too engaged. Okay? So I'll just go ahead and because I'm having a truck more questions to ask you. So please, let's keep the response is coming. Please, let's do it so that I don't get to be speaking out the English alone, right? And trust me, you're going to enjoy it if you're asking me questions. So ask me questions, and when I answer to your questions, you feel happier, and then you gather the knowledge, and everybody's happy. Beryl too will be happy. Okay, thank you, Priscilla. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Marina. Yes, one-on-one flyers, exhibitions. Oh, beautiful. All right, thank you so much, Sheila. Word of mouth. Okay, word of mouth is powerful, like I mentioned earlier. Thank you so much for sharing. So we have word of mouth, social media, exhibitions, flyers. Very, very key. Who goes to the television? Is there anybody who use television? That could be a little bit expensive anyway, but people still do it. Some brands still do it. So share with us if you have some more options, some more ideas to share with us in the chats. Okay, so let's go to the first part. Set up and optimize your Google business profile. So what is the Google business profile? So let us know in the chat what you think or what you know to be the Google business profile. Now I've seen Priscilla. Priscilla said Google, Instagram, TikTok, social media. So I'm sure Priscilla should have an idea of what having a presence on Google actually means, or let's say having a presence, having your business on the Google business profile, what it means, right? So share with us in the chats what you think the Google business profile is, formerly called the Google My Business. So if you knew it to be Google My Business, it's not different, okay? Google just changed the name, just like they changed the name for the Google Workspace. It used to be called the G Suite before. The G and the Suite meaning Google Suite, meaning it contains every tool that you need for your work, right? So they just changed that name to Google Workspace. Okay, so it's just the same tools. It's just the name that changed. Okay, so same thing that happened with the Google Business Profile, which is a new name for the Google My Business that you knew before. Okay, so if you know what it means, if you know what that tool is used for, if you know what that platform does for you and your business, please drop it in the chat while I just go on to the presentation. All right, so we have it that the Google Business Profile is Google's free tool that lets you manage how your business actually appears on Google Search and on Google Maps. So it helps you to have an online presence on maps. Very, very key, right? So you get to have features like adding your business name, your business location, your business hour. And you get to also monitor and reply to customers' reviews that you get from the review section, right? And then you have that profile also where you can make posts, photos, videos, and then you can have that statistic part now, analytics part where you can learn where people are coming from, where people are searching for you, and a lot more statistics that you can add to that. And yes, if you verify your business and add those necessary information, you can help customers to always find you, and you can tell them your business story, especially if you're activating the websites, because it comes with a free website also. Okay, so let's see how you can engage with customers for free using the Google business profile. So you get more than just a listing, because you get to attract customers with your great profile. You get to post photos and post offers and to your profile to show what actually makes your business unique, what makes you special. Why should I leave another brand to come and patronize you? So that is where you get to tell your business story and showcase what actually should make others leave the rest and come to you. Okay, so in the business space, as long as you are not having a brand or a business idea or a product or a service that is just happening today, as long as you are in the industry to market to do business, you are doing what some other person is doing, okay, and you're actually a direct competition to that person. So it's a contest. Everybody is competing. The same customers you are contesting for are the same customers your competitors are contesting for as well. Okay, so you need to put out everywhere, put your best foot out there to get the best results out. Okay, so you need to also the Google Business Profile also gives you more ways to reach your customers, because you have that ready to connect by calling feature that actually exists there. Customers can just call you directly from search. It wasn't like that before. Trust me, it used to be a lot of work to go to search after finding the number. You need to copy the number and paste it before you call. A lot of protocols. So now when you create your business profile, you add a phone number. Anybody searching for it can just see it, just click it, and call you directly from search. And then there's this messaging feature also, where people can also message you directly from there. And then you have the reviews aspects where people can always drop a review for you. Review is like what you find when you go to shop on e-commerce platforms like Jumia, right? Konga and the rest of them. So people drop a review about a particular product or service that they actually got, right? And then the same thing happens when you go to Play Store. You find that people drop 1 star, 2 star. Some people drop 5 star and drop a nice review based on what the products they've been using. Okay, so you also have people that can also do that for you, for your business, and that all mounts up to improve your search engine optimization as a business, as a brand that has an online presence. So it gives your customers more ways to reach you, to do business with you, to transact business with you. And then you also get to see how customers are connecting with that your business, because there's an analytics part that is offered to you. So you get to find where people came from. You get to find how many calls you had for that week, how many location visits, how many website visits. So you find out what is working, what is not working, and then you can tweak all your options to make sure that a lot is coming back to you as a business, just to get more results out there. Yeah. So let's see how to create a Google business profile. That is very simple, just a few steps. So what you need to do, head over to business.google.com. Did you get that? Business.google.com. So Barry is going to share that link in the chat. So what you are going to be required to do is to log in with a Gmail, to sign in with a Gmail, right? So you have a Gmail first off, sign in with a Gmail, and then Google is going to require that you add a business name. The business name is very key. And now note that it must be a name that has not been used by any other person. It must be a name unique to you, right? And then you choose a category. Now what you're going to be finding there may not be exactly what is in your head. Like grocery store, you could be a grocer. If you are a florist, it may be florist services. It may not be exactly florist like is in your head. So don't go and start typing and expect it to show up. It won't work. So just pick one of the options that best describes your business as a category, right? And then you add a location. It's optional, but I always advise if you are trying to set up on Google, always make sure you add a location, because people tend to relate with businesses that they can trace to the exact point they exist. People are suffering a lot of scams online. So they want to know that if they come here, they can see you. That is just how an average buyer, an average customer would think. And more importantly, add your contact details, your phone number, which is very key, so that people can always call you directly from search. And then when you finish with that, you finish, and then you manage your listing, which is very key. Finishing and managing is very key. Managing it will involve a lot more stuff. So when you finish with that, now you need to choose a way to verify. Now you've heard me mention the review option, where people can get to drop reviews for you based on your product and your services. Or you can have the other option to receive messages, and then you can have the analytics part as well, and then the features where you can make posts and videos. Now believe me, all those tools will not work. They won't work because you are not verified. So verification is one of the very key points of the Google business profile. So even if you have a business profile without getting it verified, it's almost like you never had it. That's what it means. So if you have it, getting it verified is not as difficult as we used to know, right? Because before now, you need to wait for, like I personally waited for 4 months to get a code that was sent to me. All of that has been rolled away in the past now. So you have options like the email, phone number, the search console, or you can reach out to a verification partner, right? A verification partner like ImpactHer, like opera.com/OFB. And now Google will always remind you at every point on that your dashboard that your business is not yet verified. And they will list all the things that if you are not verified, you can't do on that page to show to you that verification is very, very key. So imagine imagine a brand like Google verifying your business. So it makes people feel confident that you are a genuine stuff, right? So verification is extremely very key. So you can reach out to opera.com/OFB, you can reach out to ImpactHer. I'm sure Beryl will share all those links in the chat, so that if you have a business profile yet to set up, or you're about to set it up, you can always reach out and get verified. You can reach out to Africa 118. There are a lot of verification partners that actually exist that can help you get things done very quickly, better than what it used to be before. All right. So you have a complete business listing to have 2.7 times more likelihood to be considered repeatable. You also have 7 times more clicks than an incomplete one. And then you have 70% more likelihood to attract local visits, and then 50% more likelihood to lead to a purchase. Now, that in other way, it means you also have 2.7 times less likelihood if you are not having a complete listing. And then you have 7 times lesser clicks if your listing is incomplete. And then you have 70% less likelihood to attract a local visits, and then 50% less likelihood to lead to a purchase, because obviously people are not visiting you. So you need to have that listing complete. So what does it mean to have your listing and make it complete? You're basically just managing the entire space with all the photos that you'll be adding there and adding the proper information. You update your information and put customers, let your customers be in the loop about what is going on around your operation hours, around your location. Did you change location? You go there and change it. If you are not working today, go there and close it. Just close that day, right? So if someone is searching for you, they won't be stranded or feel disappointed that they were searching for a brand like yours and you didn't show up. And when you showed up, you showed that you're operating, and when they called, nobody was there. And then you create posts, you create promos, you add photos and get good reviews. Call for those reviews, ask for them, because reviews actually inspire customers, right? To actually make purchases. They want to see what some other person said about that business before they are confident enough to do business with you. Okay, so let's look at adding photos, which is very, very key. So photos have become very, very essential as long as digital marketing and online presence is concerned. So Google Profile offers you this feature that can help you to upload photos, upload videos, just basically everything, make posts. So you now have that feature to add a logo. A logo will be like what you have, maybe your profile picture on Facebook. So you need to add a logo, since a business profile is designed for businesses, not personal use. It's not for your personal use, it's designed for your business. So that place where your profile picture is supposed to be, make sure you have a logo. And then you have a cover photo too that can always best describe what you do, what your business actually represents. And then every other additional photos that can be added also is very, very key. Okay. So if you are not very good with photos, or maybe you don't know how to create photos, head over to canva.com. Canva can be a lifesaver. Trust me, it can be a lifesaver to you, right? So you can always jump on Canva, adjust some things and make it look good, then post it. You don't need to be a designer to be able to use Canva. Canva is going to rescue you as far as design is concerned. So every other photos, they are very, very important, and do good shots. It's important that you're doing good shots. Do professional shots if you can. Have the right tools, have the right cameras, the right equipment, right lighting, and every other thing. Right? So do good shots. Okay. So update also your opening hours, operation hours. Keep customers in the loop around the hours that you work. Now, this is a typical business profile page. So you're going to find the operation hours under the info section. You're going to find the home post info. Under info, you find a lot of activities, a lot of information that you can edit to keep customers in the loop around what you basically do. Now, it may not look like this if you have an account currently, because Google has changed a few stuff. It now looks like you can now operate your Google business profile from your search origin automatically. So you don't need to have, it may not look like this dashboard again, even though it gives you an option either to stay here or to operate it from search. Okay. So you just update all this information, and then you have other information like your products, your services, highlight what your business does, and then appointment links, which is very important. If you're a very busy type, right, you can use tools like Calendly. Calendly is going to help you to fix your free hours. Maybe you are free between this time to this time, 30 minutes within the hour, and all of that. So you are going to schedule your available hours, and then you copy that link and add it there. So that's somebody that if you're having a kind of office that people cannot just walk in, they need to walk in based on appointments. So that link will just sit there, so that anybody that wants to book an appointment with the brand or the firm, you just need to locate that link, and then they book an appointment, and it automatically lands in your calendar. So you can check out calendly.com. Maybe Barry can help me share that link as well. Okay, so how do you stay competitive with the Google Business Profile. So having a Google Business account is not just enough, but you need to. It's a tool that will help you to stay competitive because, like I mentioned earlier, the same business you're doing, some other person is doing it, and there's a typical contest in that space. So everybody's dragging for the customers that you're looking for. So you need to think, act on your toes to be able to stay relevant. Okay, push your marketing the harder way, push it in the best way you can. So the Google Business Profile will help you to make informed marketing decisions because customers are dropping reviews for you. So you get to find what they like, what they don't like. And then you can always make adjustments because you are there because of them. So you need to make stuff, businesses and services that actually resonates well with your customers. And then you also learn from the successes and the mistakes of others because you also get to find out which industry do you belong, and then you find out people that are in the same industry with you, other brands are in the same industry with you, and then you can always see what they're doing, and then you can learn from what they're doing. Maybe if they're doing well, you copy it. There's no crime in copying. They must have copied it from somewhere. So you copy it, and if they are not doing good, you take advantage of that. Do it better, right? So when you do it better, you automatically gain more respect, gain more for yourself, more customers for yourself and for your brand. That always presents itself based on the fact that they are present on the Google Business Profile. So you can always make a customer and a competitor research. And then you also get to understand what services to offer your customers because they give you feedback. Yeah, they give you feedback on what they want, what they like, and then you get to also identify how to stand out from the crowd based on what the research again you've done with your competitors. Then you also find the industry trends and customer preferences. All right, so let's look at a few case studies. Now we have Invalid Designs who found the Google Business Profile, found customers using the Google Business Profile. So Invalid Design is a clothing brand from Cape Town township of Kayetlisha, and then what they did was they opened a Google Business account and then they added their business information, products, store information, created regular posts highlighting new products, prices, and business updates. They created a free website. Remember, there's a free website attached to it, and then automatically shared posts to their website. And then the results came. So they had 1.5K plus views, product views in the first 10 days of their Google Business Profile website launch. And then they had 2 extra employees that joined their team. And then they had 30% of people that got to find Invalid Design listing while searching for a clothing category or a product or their service, right? And then we have Juma's Toss. So Juma's Toss was founded in 2009, and now Juma's Toss is a small ecotourism business, and that was started by Juma and Kwela. Okay, so they added their business information and photographs. They made posts frequently and responded to customer reviews. And now this is what Juma had to say. He said, Google Business Profile is a perfect tool to stand out, showcase the different thoughts, stay in touch with customers, promote new offers, and win new clients. Now the results that came to them was they had 89 plus listing visits in the first week of creating a Google Business Profile. And then they had three other employees hired onto their team, and then they had 59% of people who found their businesses via generic search. 56% of people found their business via generic search, and then 53% of people found their business via search. So the next one I'm supposed to be reading is supposed to be your business, but they are not on Google Business Profile. So what can I do? So this is just a call to action to ask you to set up on the Google Business Profile because these are just real life case studies. I'm sure this number of employees now have shot up because they actually expose themselves to the Google search space. And then remember, when people are in need of stuff, they don't go to social media to run a search. They go to a search engine. And which search engine do people go to? Google. And Google is giving you a free platform to actually fix your business there on the map for free. Setting it up is for free. Getting it verified is for free. So they just want you to have a presence there so that when people are making a search about what you do, what your brand does, services, your category, you tend to show up, right? So yeah, so get set up on Google Business Profile if you are yet to, and then get verified if you have set up and you have not yet verified your business. Okay? So I'm gonna be taking the first of the three pauses to answer to your questions. So if you have questions for me, please do well to drop it in the chat right now. So I'm just gonna do this briefly, and then I'm just going to run back to the presentation. And thank you so much, everyone that's present here on the call. Thank you so much, Beryl, for doing a great job in the chat. Because I'm just gonna look through to find out who actually asked me some questions. Okay, thank you so much, Priscilla. Priscilla already answered me earlier. There's a web page where you set up your business. Actually, there are options for uploading your products, pictures, reviews, and people can book appointments or requests on your Google business profile. Thank you so much. Priscilla, you even said a lot of things before I even got to them. Thank you so much, Priscilla. All right. Okay. So, any other questions for me? Okay, Doris, you already have an account. Beautiful. I hope it is verified. If it's not verified, please click on that link that Beryl shared and please get it verified. It will do you more good if you are verified. Okay, so no questions so far. Thank you so much, Catherine, for letting me know. Okay, who else? Who else? Please let me know. If you don't have questions, just let me know as well. If you have questions, let me know so that we move on. So no question, just write no question. Yes, questions, drop the question. Okay? So I'm just going to move on. Then I'm going to come back shortly to check who asked me any question. And just remember, the questions I'm asking you and your responses, you can't go wrong, right? You are correct. Because nobody's going to tell you you are wrong. Not here. Okay? So feel free. Whatever it is, feel free. It's a place where you have it. We have you to just say what you want and when you want it. Okay? All right. So let me go over to the second part of this presentation. Plan your digital marketing strategy. So what type of marketing have you used previously? Now I asked a question that almost looks like this earlier on. Then we had people drop social media, Facebook. So Priscilla, I think Priscilla is the one that said Google, yes, TikTok, Instagram, and the rest of them, word of mouth. So which type of those marketing do you think social media falls under, word of mouth falls under, and the rest of that? So drop it in the chats if you know any of them well, and just go ahead. So we have the traditional marketing. So we have traditional marketing to include the newspapers, the magazines, the TV, the billboards, the radio, the out-of-home advertising, and all of this. Everything that doesn't use the internet falls under the traditional marketing. Now we have the digital marketing. So all of it that mentioned, TikTok, Google, and the rest of them, all those are classed under the digital marketing. While every other thing that's the flyer, the posters, and the rest of them, all those ones are lifeless, right? Word of mouth, referrals, more like is happening in the traditional marketing space. Okay, so under digital marketing, we have the goods, the search ads, we have the video ads, we have display ads, we have social media marketing, we have email marketing, we have content marketing, and a truckload more. Okay, so this is just a pinch of what encompasses the digital marketing space. So you have a lot of videos that are always catching your attention. You have a lot of images that are always catching your attention. You know, images that are catching your attention are those ones that you find on website. Those are display marketing. Then the ones that are actually distracting you on YouTube when you are trying to stream a video. Those ones are the video ads. Then those ones that you see with ad when you make a search. Those are actually search ads, right? Okay, so a few differences between the digital and the traditional. So digital is low cost, while the traditional digital is low cost. Yes, the traditional is costly because you need to, let's say you are going to the radio, you need to pay the radio to get things done. Or maybe let's say you want to put banners on the streets. You get a designer. After designing, you print. That printing, you pay for it to stay on the billboard. So it takes a lot of money to get that done. And then with traditional, it's interactive and then it's also engaging. Sorry, with digital, you can interact and it's also engaging. With the traditional, it's one way and it's non-reciprocal. Okay, and then traditional, basically what that means there is traditional, you may not be able to go and reply back to the person that actually keeps the billboard by going to the billboard. You can go to a particular post that was made and engage with that post, like, comment, ask questions, drop a comment, something like that. Then you have high return on investment, right? Because traditional will yield more results for you in the long run. And then like costly now, you may not need to buy a device You just need to have a phone and a system and an internet. It's not like you're buying all those things over again when you want to do it again, right? So you have it once, right? Traditional may not offer you that much, and then the results on the traditional is short term also, and then it's hard to measure. It's easy to measure on the digital because you can always find a number of clicks, comments, engagement, and the rest of those that shows on those social media platforms and Google, right? And then traditional does not spread fast. Digital actually does spread fast because traditional you're stuck with just seeing the banner where you can see it. When you pass it, you can't see it again. Well, the digital shows to you when you're actually in a search for a particular information. The digital is also time consuming as well because you need to think through the content, think through everything before you get something quality out. And then traditional is permanent and it's tangible also. Okay, so if various types of digital marketing, we have the search engine marketing, we have the social media marketing, we have display marketing, the content marketing, and then the email marketing. Okay, so we are going to be looking at the search engine marketing. So this is the Google ads you've been hearing all about. Okay, so this is how to run ads. This is more like the smart campaign way of running ads. You don't need to be an expert. Google has really simplified this particular type of style of running ads compared to what it used to be before. It used to be a lot of work to get ads running, right? So a lot of things have been simplified by giving you this smart campaign stuff. But meanwhile, just so you know that we have about 87.3% of searches, all the searches worldwide that are conducted are all conducted on Google. And then you have 63% of people that have actually clicked on ads. So that is to show to you that Google ads are actually very, very effective. And then with Google ads, you only get to pay for results. You don't pay for just clicks. You don't pay for just people viewing your ads, like what will happen in other platforms. So Google actually gives you that room to actually pay for just the results based on what your results are, right? But for this smart campaign, we don't have so much goals for a particular campaign. Then what you need to do is to head over to ads.google.com. Barry will drop that link in the chat. So when you head over to ads.google.com, what you're going to be asked first is going to be to log in with your Gmail. That is all Google wants you to do. Log in with your Gmail, and then you begin the setup process by clicking on the campaigns because you actually create ads under campaigns. So you choose a particular campaign. What that means is you can run a campaign for this case, and then you can run another campaign for phones. You can run another campaign for remotes. So different headers can have different subheaders. And of course, each of the campaigns may, depending on the product or the service, will also have different keywords, different copies as well. We'll look at that shortly. Then select the new campaigns, and then just create your ads in a very simple step. Just tell Google your goal, what you want to achieve, where you want to advertise what you want to advertise, and then the message you want people to see when they actually view the ad, just like what you see when search results actually show up to you. And then you add a budget, add some keywords, and then you're good to go. You go live. So let's look at each of those steps briefly. So you need to tell Google your goals. What do you want to achieve? Now, what this smart campaign actually offers you is you want to get more calls for your business. You want to increase website visit. You want to drive more people to your website. They've added one recently, which is if you want to run video ads. Okay, so just these 4 goals. So you want to choose which one you want. If you want to get more calls, all they'll ask you for as a landing page is going to be your phone number. You want to increase visits to your physical store. All you need to do is to have a Google business profile that is verified. That's it. You want to drive people to your business. All you need to do is to have a website, either a fully built website or the website that comes with a Google business profile. So they've made it very simplified. So you can run your ads. Google always prompts you on your Google business profile page to run ads. So you click that particular ad to run to land you on this particular page where you get to choose the goals. Now, when you finish with choosing the goals, head over to the part where you get to select the location where you want to actually serve your ads. Let's say you want to serve it in Accra, Ghana, or in Abuja, Nigeria, or you want to serve the entire of Lagos, the entire of Ghana, the entire of Nigeria. You choose, right? So you have the option of either typing in those locations. Let's say you want to concentrate on separate cities, or you can want to target the location from where your business actually is. So you can move that ad reach icon to the right, and then you can reduce it, the kilometer radius. You can reduce it or you can increase it. And then when you finish with selecting the location, Google will ask you to choose some keywords based on what that your product is, based on what that your services are. Now, when I say keywords, I'm not talking about one word. Keyword could be like some of you go to Google to type, my phone is bad. Tell me how to fix my phone. That can be a keyword, right? Keyword doesn't need to be a sentence. It could be a phrase. It could be one word. It could be two words. It could be three words. Just pick a keyword that more like preempt what somebody is going to come to search for, right? And then Google will always make some suggestions for you based on the contents of that your website, okay? And then you head over to the part where you get to create your message. What do you want people to see when they actually click on that your ad? There should be something catchy about it. There should be something like maybe discounts, maybe promo codes, maybe a price slash, something that should make somebody actually click on it, right? And then you just craft out your message and then you set a budget, how much you want to spend per time, right? And then you're going to see an estimate of the number of clicks or calls or visits or views based on the goal that you choose when you were setting up, and then just go live when you finish. You go live, and then Google begins to give you that result. But before you go live, Google is going to pass you through a policy review stage. Just simple stuff. Just want to see that you are not breaking any of their rules. Like if you have a content that is if you have note content, or if you have weapons, or if you have health content, right? And Google always have issues with all those content. So they always flag those kind of ads most times. So if you are not, yes, crypto content as well. There are a few more products that they don't allow. So if you are not flagging, if you are not flouting their instructions, their rules, their policies, then they let your ad run. And then you begin to pay for only the results. As results in this case would be when people actually click on it, for the people that you want to visit your website, or when people actually locate your business, for the people that had a goal for location visits, or when people actually make a call, for the people that choose call as their goal of their campaign. Okay, right. So this is the second pause, but I'm not going to pause at this point. I'm just going to come back briefly after I'm done to answer to your questions. Okay. So any moment from now, Barry is going to be sharing the link for the attendance. Please look out for it. And whenever it's dropped, please do well to fill in, because that's what will be used to give to you your certificates. Okay, so let's go over to the last part, leverage social media channels and email marketing. All right, so which social media channels do you currently use? Now, Priscilla mentioned Google, Priscilla mentioned Instagram and TikTok. Some of you mentioned, I'm not seeing anybody mention WhatsApp. Okay, so let us know which of the marketing channels, which social media channels you actually use. And now let's see a couple of ways social media can help you to actually grow your business. So you get to generate more sales with over 85% of UK population on social media platform. It makes a good place to actually connect with your customers. We have about 77% of Africans also on social media. People are always on the social media. People may not be on Google every time, but trust me, when people want to have fun, connect with people, just chat, social media is where they go to. Now, when I say social media, I'm beginning from the commonest WhatsApp, right? So I'm talking about that as well. So you get to connect with people from those places because you get to reach more audience. You get to find new business opportunities because people are always there. You have the ability to target different demographics, and you get to build relationships, you get to network. All of that is made possible because of the social media platforms. Okay? And they also get to add value to your brand with the social media. So people use the chatbots to always create conversation, create that two-way conversation. You build your community as well. You raise your customer service level with the social media platform as well. And then you get to improve your marketing to help you get noticed on search. Because importantly, if you type your name on Google, Google will crawl all the information that's actually available with your name. And then one of the things they're going to show to you is the social media platforms. So you get noticed on search. So having a presence on social media is very key as well. It's also you trying to help Google to do you better as a brand. So you get to attract more people to your websites by adding those links that are there so that people can click there and go to their website, to your website, and gain more valuable customer insight because you get to find out what they want, what they don't want, what they like, what they don't like. you keep an eye on your competitions as well, because every brand, every reputable brand should have social media accounts, social media platform where they are also posting out information about what they do, their products, their services. So you can also use that opportunity to find out what your competitors are doing as well. Okay, so now a few differences between the organic social media and the paid social media. So the organic social media is just the free one, like the one you have, right? You don't need to pay money for the post you make. You don't pay money for the clicks and the calls and all the reach, but you can only reach your friends and your friends, the friends of your followers, right? But the paid one, you pay for the views, the actions, the clicks. You can reach anyone, you can reach anybody as long as can reach anybody as long as you have paid money to the platform, whether it's Google, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or any of those platforms. As long as you've chosen those people to fall under your category, they'll reach them for you without you getting physically involved. All right, so let's look at how to get started with social media marketing. So you need to identify your audience. You need to know who these guys are. You need to identify what are they into. You need to identify who or what actually influences them. When are they usually online? Which social media do they use? Which of those platforms do they use? You need to find out their demographics, the raw data, to find out their location, their profession, their interests, their behavior, right? Their values, their spending habits. That is the psychographics now. So raw data about who that your customer is, more like having a fictitious image of who a typical audience of yours is. We call it a persona, right? So your audience, your customer, a typical customer of yours may be a female, a married female that is aged between 20 to 60, right? And they live within your locality and they use Facebook and Instagram. So you need to be more detailed than that, okay? And then you choose which of these social media platforms they actually exist. Could be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest. Um, just just choose where those guys. Where do you find these your people? Where they exist. You need to choose which platform they actually are, because some platforms are lifestyle focused, some platforms are business focused. The likes of LinkedIn, it's a business focused platform. Like lifestyle focused would be the likes of TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, where people go to dance, right? So if your customers are there, you go for them. If your customers are on LinkedIn, you go for them. And again, it might be overwhelming to do all at once. So you need to pick one, test it, and see the results. Try another one, and like that, you get to cover and find the best place to settle and pitch your tent. And then different channels have different strategies. What might work for Facebook might not work for Pinterest. What might work for YouTube might not work for LinkedIn. You need to find what strategy actually works for each of those platforms. And then you think about different ways for you to send out content, engaging content around your product, around your brand, your photos, the videos, the blog posts, the articles, infographics, and sometimes the live broadcast. And for those of you that are following Nathaniel Bassey, you can find out he's doing a lot with this Hallelujah Challenge, right? And that is a live broadcast. So you can always have live broadcast. If you go to a place like Instagram, you find people that are doing live broadcasts almost around the clock. Yeah, so that's it for social media. So let's look at briefly the email marketing. So how do you get started with email marketing? And for those of you that have used the email marketing before, let me know in the chat. So let's see how you can get started with email marketing. So you need to choose the right email marketing platform. You can start from the free one, the likes of MailChimp. MailChimp will offer you 2,000 emails per day, right? And then and there's some features that are going to deny you actually until you start paying. You can go to some more advanced platforms like the Active Campaign, SendGrid, Drip, Aweber, you have Send in Blue, you have Constant Contact. There are a lot of them. So just choose the one that best works for what you want to do, the one that has the best tools and for what you want to achieve. And then you build a list of relevant contacts. So you make sure you have permission when you're actually contacting people so that people won't just turn you to a spam, or you lose a lot of people that will just happily unsubscribe from your list, right? So make sure your content generates a new contact. Make sure your content is engaging enough for people to forward it to other people so that you can also get new subscribers. And then you need to segment and group your listing. People segment based on demographics, segment based on interests. Sometimes people segment based on how far a particular person has gone through the funnel. Some people might be at the awareness stage. Some people might be at the decision stage. Some people might have converted already. So the information you are giving to the first timers should not be the same information that are given to people that are already paying customers. right? So you segment it like that. Some people can segment based on location, based on age, because they want to have different content for different segments of that audience. And then your content needs to be relevant and your content needs to be very useful. So you need to treat your users like they are some VIPs because they're giving you access into their private space, which is their email now. So you need to personalize your email when you send out to them. Make them feel like they are important. For instance, and have something like Dear Udeme, Dear Beryl, Dear Priscilla, not just some hello, right? They'll just know it's just one of those emails. So make sure you keep it useful and don't bug people with too much copies, too much content. And just write a little and then put a link to the rest. Okay? So you don't get to make people too bored of reading your whole long list. So email marketing, a few tips that will help you to succeed. Now I spoke about segmenting. So you get to segment it and group that listing with each content for a particular segment. So you have to develop content, copies, designs, creatives for a particular people, maybe a particular demography. Maybe you're writing the same content to Nigeria and France. You know, the language obviously will be different. The designs also should be different, right? The tone also should be different. So the segmentation is very, very key. And then make sure you keep it very simple. And then try to test it on several devices, maybe two, three devices, and like your tablets, your mobile phones, your laptops, test it on a Mac, test it on a Windows, just test it around everything. Just make sure that nothing is falling off from what you've designed. So that when you get to people, they actually see it the way you saw it. So if there are mistakes, you come back and correct it. And make sure you measure the open and click rates. And then to optimize your campaigns, you need to check how many clicks you have. You need to check how many people actually unsubscribed, how many people actually subscribed, how many people actually signed up, right? You need to check all of that because the email marketing campaign tools will give you all those analytics to be able to know what the activities of what you're doing per time, right? You get to find the activities of what you're doing on the back end. So you need to know how many people actually joined your team, how many people unsubscribed from your list, and all those other details. How many people clicked, how many people forwarded the email, and all of those details. They're offered to you from the analytics part of the email marketing campaign. Okay, so I'm going to be coming to answer your questions, but meanwhile, don't forget to sign up for the Hustle Academy. And yeah, so it's a week-long bootcamp that is offered for free from Google. So you have it for South Africa, Nigeria, Kenya, and Ghana. Yes, so g.co/Hustle Academy. You're going to have the privilege to learn about the Google, your business growth plan. Then you get over to learn about sales, the marketing. Then you get to learn about funding and how to get funds for your business. Then you head over to the last part where you get to learn how to pitch to investors, and then you match with a mentor to actually let you know what next. Okay, so it's very, very key. Please take advantage of it if you want to grow and you want to scale. And this is for next steps. So if you want to learn more, you should learn more actually. So head over to learndigital.google.com/digital skills/courses, and then you're going to have a plethora of information where you're going to learn. We can get details to learn about the digital marketing we are talking about, or you want to learn how to code, or you want to learn customer service, or whatever you want to learn, product management or anything. This is the university for it. You have everything you want from here. So take advantage of it also. And then follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Follow Impactor also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Okay, so I'm in the chat now to answer to your questions. So have I had any questions so far? Let me look through. Okay, so Priscilla said, so how can we make our businesses more attractive on Google Business, especially with businesses that are already saturated in the market like beauty studios? Okay, very beautiful question, Priscilla. Thank you so much for asking. So I know Beryl has responded to you already, but the truth is in marketing, you can't give up, right? Like I mentioned earlier, there are a lot of people doing the same thing you're doing, right? And everybody's in a contest. Yes, that's the truth. Okay, so you don't give up. That's why you have the internet as well. Visit their website, visit their business profile, see what they're doing, see how they're crafting their message, see how they're crafting their post. And like content is not supposed to be salesy, salesy, salesy. Buy every time. No. Once in a while, have room to entertain your audience. Once in a while, have room to make them happy. Because content is supposed to inform, supposed to educate, supposed to entertain people. And ultimately, what you want to do there is to drive sales, right? So, in as much as you shouldn't, people, some brands post today and come back in 3 years. No, it doesn't work that way. You need to be consistent with your content, right? Be consistent with your content. And then that is how the algorithms drive traffic to you if you are always in front of people, right? So always be in front of people. Keep innovating. No matter the industry, I'm not even narrowing it down to the beauty industry. It's about any kind of business. It's about any kind of brand. Keep at your message. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Be steady at it. Be innovative. Look at how people are doing things. Make a research. See current trends, right? See current trends. Check up big brands in the beauty sector that are doing stuff. Check out what they are doing. See how you can bring in that idea into what you are doing as well. Then keep doing it. Spread your wings. Social media. Spread your wings. Google. Just be everywhere. Eventually, you get the right people. And there's no magic about it. You need to put in the work. Yeah. Thank you so much, Priscilla. That was a very beautiful question. All right. So, more importantly, you need to encourage customers to drop reviews for you because reviews also help if you want to grow on a Google business profile. You want your business page to begin to rank high. What you need to do is to encourage reviews. Reviews are powerful. They are powerful for search engine optimization. Now, optimization is you appearing on first page. Sometimes when you make a search, I know so well that you don't go to page 2, page 3. But all those other websites, they're still people's websites, of course, right? So the fight is to appear on page 1, and that is what the search engine optimization is for. Okay, so those reviews give you the strength to come to page 1. So ask for reviews, ask people to send it, beg for it, and beg them to say something nice and give you that 5-star review. Copy the review link from your Google business profile. Encourage your customers to drop reviews for you. We are going to share a couple more tips in the next session. How you can use the marketing kit that with google.com to create some very beautiful snippets that you can use to promote and help people get encouraged with the fact that they're giving you reviews. All right? So don't miss next session. There's so much more to talk about with the marketing kit, and there's so much more to talk about with the search engine optimization to help your website come to the first page. All right. Thank you so much, Priscilla, once again. Ayanda said social media. Okay, I'm sure this was a response to one of the questions. Okay, yeah. Francis said, Francis signature. Please, can we still get access to this live after the class? Absolutely. Yes, Francis. So you can get access to this class. Just use the same link. Just come back here. Then you can just stream again. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Ayanda, again. Francis, Asabe, Francis, Marina. Thank you so much. Okay. All right, guys. So thank you so much. Beryl has been so phenomenal. Thank you for keeping her busy. Thank you for asking her questions. And thank you so much, Beryl. And yeah, so we've come to the end of the session, and I'm going to say one more thing. Thank you in a very big way. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for keeping us company. Thank you for your time. Thank you for spending this 1 hour with us. Remember to jump on and learn. Okay, with Beryl has shared that link. Please go ahead, learn, grow. So I'm still here. If you have any questions for me to answer, please do well to drop it in the chat. And then we're having your next session for 12th by 5 p.m. 12th is tomorrow, right? Am I correct? Yes. 12th is tomorrow by 5 p.m. So I'm going to be back here for us to discuss what's the topic now? Create your digital marketing. Get set up on Google My Business. Yeah. So we're going to go more detailed on the Google My Business things. You're going to see, we're going to expose some more details. The marketing kit stuff I spoke earlier. We'll expose some more details and we'll do some more. I'll explain to you how best it works with the search engine optimization. So don't miss tomorrow's session happening by 5 p.m. Nigerian time. That's going to be 6 p.m. Am I correct? 4 p.m. Ghanaian time. Yeah, GMT plus 1. We're in GMT plus 1. Yes. And Marina, thank you so much. That last word you just used means a lot to us. Okay, so it's 4 p.m. your time and it's 5 p.m. my time. Okay, thank you so much. And so have the best of your evening and enjoy the rest of your day. So see you tomorrow. Don't miss out. Please remember to invite everyone that's missed today's session. Remember to tell them that we are having another date tomorrow by 5 p.m. Right? So let's have a date tomorrow by 4 p.m. your time. Please bear with me. I'm speaking from Nigeria. So 4 p.m. your time, we are having a date back in this same channel. Okay. So don't fail to tell people about it. Invite everybody you can to come join us. Yes. 4 p.m. GMT. Thank you so much, Marina. So see you guys tomorrow and enjoy your nights and have the best of your evening.